your committee on Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs released this 87-page report. I have it right here, looking into Hunter Biden's role with Burisma, the Ukrainian energy company, while his dad, Joe Biden, was vice president. I know before this release, you said you thought this could potentially influence the election. And in the report, it doesn't really provide evidence that this impacted U.S. policy. So why do you think this should affect how people vote?
Well, first of all, I'd ask you, have you read the full 87 pages?
I read as much as I possibly could. Trust me, I have it all printed out right here.
And I would ask anybody who's accused me of peddling Russian disinformation, show me one word that is Russian disinformation. No, what we uncovered, and again, we never targeted the Bidens. That was not the emphasis of our investigation. The Bidens, with their actions, setting up this glaring conflict of interest that absolutely did affect policymakers. To quote George Kent, he said that the presence of Hunter Biden on the Burisma board was very awkward for all U.S. officials pushing an anti-corruption agenda in Ukraine. We also have evidence now that what Vice President said, where I never spoke to my son about his overseas business dealings.
But George Kent also told impeachment investigators that Joe Biden had done nothing wrong in his Ukraine work.
I don't believe George Kent really believes that. He was the one that was really raising the alarms. He never spoke to Vice President personally. He spoke to Vice President Biden's staff. Only one individual, and that was Amos Hochstein, talked to Vice President Biden about the problem with the conflict of interest, which caused Vice President Biden to talk to Hunter to set up a meeting with Amos Hochstein. Now, again, Vice President Biden said, I never talked to my son about his overseas business dealings. That was a lie.
So are you saying you think George Kent lied during the impeachment hearing?
No, I'm saying that Vice President Biden has lied. And by the way, Vice President Biden was accompanied by his son Hunter in a trip to China in 2013. Part of that trip was setting up a handshake between Hunter Biden and one of his business partners, Jonathan Lee. When you start taking a look at the intricate web of all the financial transactions, all the money flowing back and forth, the people that Hunter Biden was associated with in China that had connections to the communist government and past affiliations to the People's Liberation Army, you need to ask some very serious questions. So the mainstream media is just taking a big old shrug. They're ignoring this. They should not ignore it. The American public should not ignore it. There are very serious concerns about potential additional conflict of interest, counterintelligence, and extortion threats and risks posed by what we have now uncovered. We haven't answered even close to all the questions because we can't get all the documents, but we have laid out a bunch of facts, and they are not Russian disinformation. These came from U.S. sources that should be troubling, that need to be followed up on. I'm hoping people will start connecting the dots and more will be revealed. The American people deserve the truth. That's all we've done. We just laid out for the American people the truth. They're going to have to decide.
Well, Senator, when I go ahead and put this clip of the interview on our website, I'll make sure to include a link to the report so that people can read it for themselves.
I really hope that they do.
All right, Senator Johnson, thank you.
Have a great day.